This is the Canis Terminus. It is an absolutely epic off-roading Jeep, and it is one of the newest vehicles added into Grand Theft Auto Online alongside the Gauntlet Interceptor. I'm actually really excited for this vehicle. I reviewed this car a couple weeks back, upgraded it, and showcased its capabilities, but some of you still want to see more, especially because I didn't realize at the time it was an Imani tech car. So in today's video, I will be upgrading my stock one right over here. We're going to be giving it Imani tech upgrades, and I'll be rating this vehicle on whether it's worth your money or not. So let's start off with the upgrades that we can actually put on it, and there's quite a bit of upgrades as we can see. We got arches, we can do kind of like thin off-road heavy-duty arches. However, I want this one to have painted arches. I mean, we could remove them, which might make it better for off-roading. However, I don't like seeing the ugly textures underneath, so we're going to go with painted arches. I think that looks pretty nice. We're going to upgrade the armor, and as you can see, this vehicle does feature armor plating, which is actually really nice. We're going to put on brakes. Okay, we got some bumper options here. We can do a painted heavy-duty bumper. We can do kind of a basic bumper. I could do the heavy-duty bumper, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. I mean, I like the bumper with the light bar. Don't get me wrong, that one looks pretty cool. However, I'm going to do something different. So yeah, let's go for the painted heavy duty. Then we got some back bumpers. I don't like the stock one at all, so I'm probably going to go with the painted utility. Alright, so we can remove the doors and put tube nets, which I don't personally like all that much. Or we can kind of stick with what it normally has with door protectors on or off. I don't really see the door protectors. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't know, I don't see them. Maybe they're behind the armor padding from Imani Tech. So I'm just not going to do anything with the doors. I personally like them on. We're going to do an engine upgrade level 4. We got some exhaust, and oh yeah, we got to go for the quad chrome exhaust. We got some grill options. We got the painted heavy duty. We got carbon. We can do just a basic one. Then we got an aggressive grill. We can obviously just have like the stock Jeep grill. I mean, we're going to go for the heavy duty. That looks so freaking cool. I'm going to go with carbon though. Why not, right? Have a bit of carbon on the vehicle. We can change the hood. So we got a limited edition hood. We got the vented cowl. We got a couple different options here. I might actually go with the utility hood. I think that one looks really cool. I want this vehicle to be like a rugged off-roader. Alright, so we got more Imani tech upgrades. We got a missile lock-on jammer, remote control unit. So this is basically the full shebang when it comes to Imani tech. We're going to put xenon lights on this car. Alright, I'm not going to put neon kits on it. What liveries do we have? We've got Enduro Fortes. We got Canis Geometric. We got Whiz Off-Roading. That one's pretty cool. Okay, we got some anime ones. Always gotta love the anime. Alright, and Hardcore 4x4. We got Ferocious. I actually really like this one here. This one's pretty cool. I think I'm personally going to go with the Whiz Off-Roading. I think that one looks pretty cool, especially because I bet we can mess around with it quite a bit. Always got to put Sprunk on the back of the vehicle. Oh, nice. It has proximity mines as well. I'm going to mess around with the colors really quick, and I'll figure out what I'm going to do. This is what I've decided to go with. We got an ultra blue paired with the Whiz livery, and I've also put chrome as the secondary color, which we can see has changed the tow hitches on the front, the bull bar. It actually looks really nice in my opinion with chrome, so yeah, that's what I've decided to go with. Now we can change the roof design. We can do a canted roof painted, or we can do the normal kind of just, you know, boxy roof design. I don't think it really matters which roof we go for, but I'm going to do the Safari Net because we're making this an off-road style Jeep, so that's exactly what we're going to go with. We got some skirt options on the side, and obviously I'm going to go with, I'm thinking these heavy-duty steps, but I also want to make sure we have ground clearance, so we could also do tube protection. That's what I'm going to go with here. Alright, we got the spare wheel that we can put on. I actually kind of like the stock wheel. However, I do like this kind of, yeah, we're going to go with the utility wheel mount. Alright, we got race transmission, turbo, wheel type. Obviously, we got off-road. And I actually like the rims this vehicle has to begin with, so we're just going to make those bulletproof. We'll tint those windows, and we got some windshield accessories. We can do a painted windshield armor. We can do basic windshield armor. We can do light bar. I'm going to put windshield armor on. I don't know if it makes the glass any stronger, but we'll do it. Why not? And there you go. Vehicle is fully upgraded. So as we can see, you can very easily customize your vehicle to look very different. I mean, obviously it's a Jeep, so you can't make it all that different. But we got some different designs here, which I personally think really look really cool on the the off-roading capabilities. One's got obviously the canted roof. This one's got the safari net. I really like this design. I think I like this livery here better than the one I have over there. So what we're going to do in today's video is a couple things. We are going to obviously figure out this vehicle's top speed. We're going to test out its Imani tech capabilities compared to other vehicles, and to finish off, we are going to be doing a lap time to see just how good this vehicle is. You will notice that this truck, or I don't really know if it's a truck, it's in the off-road category, but it's really fast in acceleration. And I actually think because of that, it's going to be really fun to mess around with on the lap time, but I guess we'll have to find out. Let's start off with the thing that most people probably want to see, which is the armor and overall capabilities of the Imani tech that the Terminus features. Now, I have bad news. If you wanted this vehicle to have somewhat bulletproof glass, it doesn't. As we can see, every single bullet on every single area of this vehicle is going to cut directly through, which means the driver is going to get insta-killed if somebody knows where to aim. Thankfully, it does feature armor plating, so usually you're not going to have to worry about somebody shooting you. Just don't drive near them. It's really not that tricky. But yeah, in terms of comparison, we can see here the Buffalo STX features bulletproof glass, at least up to around 27 rifle rounds. After that, you're going to cut right through. But it is still pretty nice that you can actually have bulletproof glass on the Buffalo STX. It will stop somebody from absolutely nuking you. The most important thing we want to check is the armor on these vehicles. So we're going to start off by seeing how many explosions the Buffalo STX can survive. So here we are, we got a sticky bomb. There's 1 explosion, 2 explosions, 3, and that's really not that impressive. As you can see, the Buffalo STX really just doesn't survive that much in terms of Imani tech vehicles, where, for example, if we were to pull out the Virtue, it can survive upwards of 8 sticky bombs. So, quite a big difference. 3 is not all too much. Let's see what the Terminus can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it can survive 4 sticky bombs. That is 1 more than the Buffalo STX, so not too bad to be fair. I mean, somebody would literally have to walk up to your car and either throw sticky bombs on it or hit it with an RPG. For those of you that are unaware, sticky bombs and RPGs deal more explosive damage than homing rockets. As I said, the Virtue is really the king of surviving explosions. This and the Obey Omnis EGT. So we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that one kind of missed. We'll do 9 again. 9, 10. I mean, yeah, you can see why the Virtue is kind of insane. It's like 8 to 10 sticky bombs it takes to blow it up, depending on if you've crashed the car or anything like that in the meanwhile. So yeah, in terms of explosion resistance, I'm not going to say the Terminus is insane. It's definitely not nearly as capable as something like the Ocelot Virtue or the Obey Omnis EGT, but it is still pretty impressive. To finish off today's video, as usual, we are going to see how the Terminus can do on the lap time. I actually think the Terminus is going to do pretty well, and that's mainly because of the fact that it has surprisingly good handling and grip. A lot of off-road vehicles you normally expect to, you know, kind of handle not super well because they're off-road cars and trucks, but I don't know, for some reason, the Desert Raid, the Trophy Truck all handle surprisingly well. It's usually because they have really good grip coefficients. So we're going to roll around this corner here, conserving as much speed as we possibly can. Nice, okay. Then we're going to roll around this corner. So far, not having too much pushback at all. Ooh, okay, we're all good. Almost crashed into that car, but we were able to bring it back. We are now in the uphill portion, and this is where you usually got to be very careful in case cars try to turn in front of you. So far, we're not having too much trouble. Ooh, okay, all good. And back up to speed, hugging this corner is tight. Okay, good. No real hindrance on this part of the course. Ooh, okay, all good. Now we just got to squeeze through here. And yeah, I actually say the Terminus, handling-wise, feels like a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, I could probably handle this better than the Ocelot Virtue in most areas just because the Virtue is so insane on how fast it accelerates. You can see here the Terminus, I mean, I'm having no troubles whatsoever. Now, to be fair, This car isn't as fast as the Virtue in terms of its acceleration, but it's still pretty good. There you go, another easy corner there. Let's hug this one as tight as possible so we can make it without having to go around that car. Here we go, this one as well. Alright, it's just feathering the throttle properly to make these corners, but it's really not any effort being expelled from me here. We've made these corners with no issue whatsoever. Gotta go wide around this one, there you go. Alright, we are now in the clear stretch to finish it off. Now, the best lap times that you can achieve in sports cars are around 2 minutes and 25 seconds to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's usually pretty respectable. Anything past that in a sports car is alright. Like 240 is pretty mid, though. I would say if we can get anywhere in the 230s for the Terminus, that's actually really, really impressive. And this is actually a pretty solid off-roader. I mean, the Camacho got around a 2 minute 39, so we'll see how this vehicle does in comparison to the Camacho. We did crash there, but I'll just subtract like a second off our lap time because we're done. So around 2 minutes and 28 seconds. That is actually incredible. That is better than the average sports car when it comes to the lap times I've performed on this channel. And this is literally an off-road Jeep with Imani Tech capabilities. So I have to say, the Terminus is actually a really, really good pickup. And it's 100% better than the Patriot mil-spec. I know there's going to be Hummer fans out there that are going to be like, you're wrong. And yeah, the Patriot mil-spec does have better protection in terms of bulletproof glass, but it's also way slower, only achieving a top speed of 98 miles per hour. Personally, I would much rather drive a vehicle that has better ground clearance, better at off-roading, being the Canis Terminus, than just big Hummer. So, I don't know, let me know. But I personally would have to say this is currently the best off-road Imani Tech vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online. Definitely a good pickup, and if you like this vehicle and you like Jeeps, I would recommend to buy it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.